Want to know return drop? Wow, timing.
Lucas, Melly, stay where you are.
So, I hear some children are asking for punishment.
You'll die if you come down.
That doesn't matter. We're ready.
Amicia, there are rats down there.
So tell them to come out. Go on.
Very well.
Yeah, I'm like, where are the rats? Please bring out the rats. Oh, like a archer. Didn't notice him at first. Oh, I thought I was hiding. I guess not. Well.
He's about to start.
Let's go, Hugo. Mummy's in there.
All right. Oh, am I not allowed to shoot?
Lucas, Melly, stay where you are.
Why am I not allowed to kill him?
Children are asking for punishment.
You'll die if you come down.
That doesn't matter.
Amicia, there are rats down there.
So tell them to come out. Go on.
Very well.
Dead and dead. There goes the threat. All right, threat removed. You have to politely wait for them. You just have to like sit there and politely wait for them to threaten you and your family, and then you're allowed to kill them finally. What a weird moment. All right. Hey buddy, there's hordes. I don't know if you noticed those. Why can't I kill him? Kill him. Wait, are they immune? Oh, they have flamey things. I couldn't see that. All right. Bad news for you, buddy. There we go.
Power. Right, let's go inside.
Grabbing old things. What?
Some family. Melly! Help me. No one else must get in. This will get you nowhere!
You don't want to understand, Beatrice.
Mommy!
My child.
Hugo! Amicia! Mother! Did Vitalis do this? He sacrificed them. He's past the threshold! Go get out of here!
Oh, for pity's sake.
Hugo, are you ready?
Yes, the rats are here.
Then let's go. Stay close to me. We're coming too.
If it turns out that he does have his own rats that he can control, aren't we still like incredibly, infinitely more powerful than him? Because there are like, there's like a biblical flood of rats that are our element, whereas he has to like probably like handcraft his.
Let her go, Vitalis! This is your last chance! Hugo, your power! You have to be careful!
I'm fine, don't worry.
He's a very gifted student. Too bad he's forgotten who taught him everything he knows.
Shut up, old fool! We're here to kill you, not listen to your speeches!
And yet look at you, walking towards me like lost sheep to their shepherd.
That's enough, Vitalis! You're alone! Give us back our mother, or...
Oh, what exactly? I still have things to teach the carrier and his friends. You're so touching. Thank you. Thank you for your candor. Do you hear them? The angel. The angels of the new world.
Get back! The light. I saw it. Come on. Lucas, Melly, stay there. No, I can help you. I can. It's our blood, Melly. All right. Destroy him.
Just hit him with your sling. He's not wearing a helmet. That means he'll die in one hit. Kobe!
He's getting them to regroup. They're not stopping.
That'd have been incredible if I just hit him from there.
I can do it.
Really? Go on, Hugo. It's our only chance.
Concentrate enough rats in the same area to form a cluster and send them to mass the white rats to destroy them. So I can make my own ratnados. Oh, he made his own ratnado.
Unbelievable. Yes. Well done, Hugo. We'll show him.
Watch, Beatrice. Witness the end of what remains of your lineage.
Rat Wars. No one thought this would be how this game ends.
They are merely relics of the old world.
Stop it.
Am I making any progress? I mean, as far as defending myself goes, you don't even have to aim. You just hold it down and it'll automatically lock on and take out the enemy ratnado when it approaches. Alright, so these guys are immune to light, which means that I can't do anything about... Let's see. Oh, here we go. We're set. God, no, I shift tabbed. God damn it. Ah. I hate switching items so much. Oop.
He's getting them to regroup. They're not stopping. The light isn't stopping them.
Surely they would have given me like a switch to previous controls. Surely they would have given me like a switch to your previous weapon option. Next ammo, previous ammo. You can mouse wheel. Oh, there's hotkeys. There's way too many for them to be reasonable to reach for because they go all the way to 9. That might be reasonable or might be a huge pain in the ass.
Go on, Hugo. It's our only chance.
You gotta memorize it. Remember every single symbol. This is not necessarily an improvement. There's so many of them.
Right, that is unbelievable. Yes, well done, Hugo. We'll show him.
Witness the end of what remains of...
You got yourself, Vitalis. You have a plan. Leave them alone. They're children.
Wrong. They are merely relics of the old world.
Stop it.
There we go. Oh! Run! Nah, fuck. I didn't see it. Damn it. Alright.
Rise up and smother them!
But he's getting them to regroup. They're not stopping. The light isn't stopping them.
I can do it.
Really? Go on, Hugo. It's our only chance.
Carrier of the Inquisition, crowned by blood.
Yes. Well done, Hugo. We'll show him.
It's just pots.
Watch,
Alright.
Beatrice. Witness the end of what remains of your lineage.
Basically just throw one extinguish and then ratnado. Then throw an extinguish, then ratnado. There we go. Nope, we got him. Cool. Oop. No, no! Fuck! Not again.
Yes, keep it up! Yes! Surrender, Vitalis! Stop this! No!
There we go. Oh, there's what? There's more? This just isn't the strong suit of this game. The controls are so incredibly clunky, but like the task being asked of me is so not interesting. Like I get it. You extinguish the fire, and then you counter their rat hordes. Then you extinguish the fire.
I can do it.
So it's all an execution problem. But it feels like you're just fighting the controls and the presentation, or whether or not you can even see how many rat natives are attacking you right now. Whoa, that's trippy. They're all like staring straight at me. Creepy.
What remains of your lineage.
Look at yourself, Vitalis! You have abandoned your followers! Slaughtered innocent people!
Are we done?
For the new one
Okay.
born. That is why the rats devour.
I swear I didn't see another NATO
Nothing about you.
that last time.
With you.
Listen to him! Macula is in your blood!
No! Shit, I meant to do rats.
The world you are about to create is
Get him, get him, get him! There we go.
Give us back our mother!
He's coming, Mommy.
Oops.
I don't believe it!
Are we there? Are there more? I don't want to get like fake out killed again like last time. The next wave's coming. I'll just wait. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! Alright.
Yes, keep it up! You're blood! Surrender, Vitalis! Stop this!
No! No!
Like you're basically holding down. This is basically me holding down block, essentially. I don't do anything else. I just hold it down and it automatically fights them off. So I just have to not get snuck up on. If they sneak up on me, then I won't be able to react in time because it takes a charge up. Alright, please just kill him. He's right there. Come on, just kill him. He's a person.
Amicia, he must not abuse his power! We're going to get you out of there! We'll take care of it!
Hugo, you feel it too, don't you? But it scares you. The true power, the gift of self. I am unity. I am the blood that connects all people.
God damn it, Amicia. He was right there. It was so easy to.
Come once again.
Are you not gonna help me? Okay. What?
And my servant shall rise toward the firmament.
Amicia, he was right there in line of sight. His head was open. It was so easy.
Hugo, hit him!
I can't reach him. Keep his run away from the middle.
Alright, I'll heal them to the side.
I am the weapon of the much. The sword. And strike with me. My angel, I know you're hungry.
Hugo, now's the time!
Oh, shit. What a bizarre game to put a boss fight in.
Become one again. And my servant shall rise toward the firmament. Come to me. We shall be as one. Soon they will join us. No, my angel! Come
He has no
back!
more rats to
Come back
protect
to
him!
me! No! No, it's impossible! You pay for this! Come to me! Come at me!
Of course, the frail old man is somehow
Attitude!
more durable than every soldier in the game. Uh-oh.
Renewal!
I'm a little trapped right now. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cool. Just spawn the enemies on me. Great. They spawn directly on top of me. Come on. Oh, did we start the whole thing over?
Become one again! Sword of angel will descend on the return, my followers.
Now, Hugo!
Return to your master. Not my wrath! No! No, it's impossible! You pay for this! Come to me! Come feed! This blood, incertitude,
Stand there, Amicia.
renewal!
I know what I'm doing. Oh.
How dare you! This is your last affront! I sacrificed my flesh to become the crucible where everything unites. You cannot kill which has been sublimated. As you are reborn, I am the weapon of the
Wow, there's a lot of them right there, huh? No, I shift tabbed. Oh, fuck.
no longer yours.
Nope, we're still going.
My angel,
All right.
know you are hungry.
Yeah. God, you're bad at. God damn it, Hugo, you're bad at this. When I control you, I'm so much better at this. You can make a horde. Fuck me. All right. Hugo, you can make a horde like every 5 seconds. Why are you the worst all of a sudden? There's so many rats here. How are you losing? We win. We have 99.9% of the rats. He has this little corner over here. Like, this is easy.
I am the weapon of the much.
Stand there, Amicia.
Whoa, the camera did a weird. Okay. Okay. No, how did I oh, nope, there we go. I keep shift tabbing on accident. Oh, right. Oh, shit. There we go.
No, it's impossible. You pay for this. Come to me. Come feed. With blood, insanity, and peace.
Get away from them!
Then next is going to be the ground one. A certain amount of trial and error where you just have to memorize every attack he does in order so that you can be in the right spot, in the right order.
We shall be as one. Soon they will join us.
Protection, Amicia! Do not kill her! I can hear it screaming in its
This is your last affront. I sacrificed my flesh to become the crucible where everything unites.
Yes, you're very righteous and impressive, sir.
Has been sublimated.
We're all very proud of you.
No longer yours.
Nope, he's not done yet. Hup. Ah, fuck. All right. I'm trying to lure every single enemy, every single attack to be out of the way.
I am the weapon of the much.
Understand there, Amicia?
My angel, I know you're hungry. Soon you shall eat. No, it's impossible. You pay for this. Come to me. Come feed. Taste blood, incertitude, and peace.
Move, Amicia!
Renewal. Rise, break through the earth as you are reborn. My followers, return to your master.
Come on!
There we go.
Do not kill her! I can hear it screaming in its
This is your last affront.
I can hear it. Ah, damn it. I don't want to disable shift tab just for this one game.
Everything unites.
Extinguish.
Cannot kill that which has been created.
They're there? There we go.
You've got no protection, Amicia! Hugo! Calm down. It's over.
Hey, and there goes A Plague Tale: Innocence. Kind of a mixed bag. It looks great visually, for the most part. Kind of disappointed by how flat most of the characters turned out to be. Like, a lot of them just don't get much development or screen time, like the ensemble of allies. And in fact, the primary time they spend together is during a big time skip where they must have gotten close or something, but of course we see none of that. That's when we skip to Hugo's perspective. The story lost me a little bit when Hugo just makes all the bad stuff happen, essentially, by being plot device child, because just the insane extent to which children in movies and shows and games will sometimes just make all the bad stuff happen by just going to incredible lengths. Because they're like, I gotta find mom or something, and they often have like a really not greatly defined motivation that's just weird, or like the extent to which they screw everything up despite all the obvious information saying, hey, it's very bad to do that, just based on one thing. It can be very frustrating. Oftentimes people spend the entire game trying to help them and risking their lives for their sake, and then they just run directly to the enemy. The same shit happened in the Strain, so I'm like peeved already from the Guillermo del Toro show, where that child was he just ended the world, and I'm like, you little fuck, what's wrong with you? And Hugo kind of started doing the same stuff. Chapter 17, For Each Other.
All right, let's go.
Have we got everything?
Yes, that's all Lucas asked for.
Is Mummy going to get better with this?
She will be all right, Hugo. Mummy is tough, isn't she? Just like you.
That's right. I can't wait for us to find a new castle.
Well, you've got the taste of a king now. We'll see what we can do. We have to leave the region first.
Meanwhile, yeah, I get frustrated when I'm here and I'm in game and I know solutions to problems, because the game poses problems to you for you to solve the entire time. So when the game poses the same situations to me and I know how to solve them, and then I can't because Amicia has her attack button disabled or can't lock onto that guy for some reason, I get really frustrated because I'm like, this entire thing is easily resolved via the basic attack I have all game. Come on, just kill the Pope. He's not the Pope, but
So,
you know.
were you able to go home?
Yes, the nest is still there, but it's empty.
I can't believe the rats are gone for good.
Let's hope they are.
Yeah, you wiped your face. That's how you die in the plague. Don't do that. It's a bad choice.
Oh, Amicia, look!
You want to try your hand at shooting?
Not me. My sister's really good. Right, Amicia?
All right, let's have a go.
Good, good. The rule is simple. You have 6 stones, 6 possible shots. Try and shoot as many targets as possible. Are you ready?
Ready?
Go on, Amicia! Yes! Whoa!
Hey, you know how to do it. You won an apple. And all due respect.
Yes, Amicia, well done.
The apples for you, Hugo. You're my biggest supporter.
Oh, thanks. I was hungry.
As always.
Hey, today we're celebrating the 3rd day without rats. There's a little fair down the street. Go take a look.
A fair? A real fair? I've never seen a fair before.
Hugo, Lucas is waiting for us. We should be getting back.
But it's a fair. Come on.
Hugo! Alright, but we can't stay long.
Why not? Fuck it. Let's have fun. Or is there like something about his condition we need to worry about?
Oh, that's the young boy.
Oh no.
No, no, boy, you just can't come in.
But why?
Because you can't. That's why.
Hey, is there a problem?
Look, the problem is a kid and his sister are wanted around here by important people. And we just don't want any trouble here, you understand?
I can see very well. Hugo, we have to go.
Well, at least they're not after us,
Come on.
I suppose. Look, daylight. We got so little of that because they always wanted the rats to be around. It's almost alien to see the sun
Hey,
up.
Hugo.
What?
The first one to arrive at the cart wins 20 apples.
20 apples?
But you'll never beat me. Right, Slug?
What? You'll see.
Oh yeah? Then on 3. 1, 2.
3.
Hey! I'm right behind you.
Intentionally not sprinting.
Me.
Of course you can easily beat a child. They have tiny legs.
All right. You won.
Yes, 20 apples.
We made it, Lucas. Do you have everything? The St. John's wort, the hawthorn, all of it. Let's go. Good.
Amicia,
Yes?
why are they looking at me like that? Melly looked at me the same way. Then she left. Because she doesn't like me anymore.
Hugo, she had other things to do.
That's not true, but it doesn't matter.
Is she going to sleep much longer?
She has to get her strength back. With the herbs you bought, she'll soon be back on her feet.
All right. Hey, Hugo,
What?
do you think I'm pretty?
You're ugly. Really ugly.
Ugly? Me?
You look like a big fat fly.
A fly? Your own sister? Oh, such a slur requires punishment.
Lucas!
Hey!
Help! The fly's attacking me!
What a nice landscape. I think those boats in the background might have been two-dimensional images. It just stood out to me a little bit. Hey, everybody lives. Except the people that needed to die. And also everyone who died in like chapter 1. And the people who had dedicated dying wow. God, they had such stupid deaths. The 2 allies that died. One of them was like, make sure he's dead. And then he's like, I know what I'll do. I'll walk up to him and turn my back on him and just stand there. He was picking up a big rock for a second there, which I was like, holy shit, that rock's like the size of your torso. Rocks are heavy. I don't think a child could pick up a rock that big. And then he just didn't though. Instead, which admittedly he got distracted by what was going on, because it was like a striking visual, the whole rat-nado that was happening. But I'm like, come on, giant, horrible, scary dude right next to you. Don't just like forget about him. Whereas the other guy didn't, the blacksmith's son didn't make like an actively stupid decision or anything. He was making the right choice in the situation, like the big sacrifice thing. It made sense logically on some level, but because I have control of the gameplay, I'm like, nah, those archers are just right there. I've been killing them all chapter at this range in one hit. It's easy. And the game had me knocking out a bunch of dudes in every other direction at roughly the same distance, but not those archers for some reason. And in the moment that he had finished his sacrifice, all those archers turned into normal enemies for a moment before they ran away. And that only reinforced the fact that I could just attack them, because I did. I just started killing them all very quickly, because they just aren't hard to kill. So it's just like, it's just kind of lame. It'd be like as if you're like 20 hours into Final Fantasy X and like Orin gets killed by a blue slime and you're like, really? But like we know how to handle that. We got it. We got this. All right, well, noble sacrifice and all that. Good job, I guess. Like, it's really undercut. Like, at least the other guy got killed by like big bad villain dude. Got him. Oh no. Well, and like that guy just got killed by some archers that were there. It was made even sillier by the fact that like we even had like other directions we could go in. Like after the first third of the journey, we had that little path to the left that we could go down into. I'm like, oh, just come down here, buddy. We can hide down here. And then we'll make a break for the last bit or something like that. But he just kept pushing. It just a little, it just seemed a little odd to me. I don't know. But they just weren't, they were all just like barely characters, because I spent very little time with any of them. It's just, there's only 4 characters. There's the three members of the Darun family, obviously, and then there's Lucas, who you do multiple missions with over and over again, which even he doesn't necessarily get a ton of character development, because you're usually just in a mission, so you're just performing a bunch of tasks back to back to like avoid the rats, avoid the dudes, avoid the rats. This door's, we gotta break this chain. And there's not a lot of moments to develop the characters or even to have conversations with them and stuff, but Lucas you spend enough time with, at least, that it feels like there's more there. Whereas the brother and sister and the blacksmith's son, they come in way too late in the story, and then you spend very little time with them. It's like the blacksmith's son comes in, but beats that door down and it burns his face, and then you're pretty much done with him until it's time for the final chapter, because he's not usually involved in stuff after that. Yeah, because here's the Way of Roses. That's the chapter where the blacksmith's son is introduced. And then we go back to the base, and then we go on the solo mission with Lucas, and then the nightmare happens, then you play as Lucas, and then you're like, oh no, Lucas is gone. Not Lucas, Hugo's gone. We play as Hugo, then Hugo's gone, and then Coronation is where the blacksmith's son dies, and you're like, alright. Well, but it's an alright game overall. I to some extent kind of appreciated how silly and video gamey it was, because it's like, this screams like immersive third-person storytelling game that like has been popularized significantly ever since like Uncharted became popular. And that's been like the go-to style of game for like a lot of PlayStation 4 games and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of like cinematic third-person shooter style things where it's mostly story happening at you, and they're like halfway between an interactive game and kind of a walking simulator. Hellblade was a little bit more playable by comparison than Plague Tale, because Plague Tale gets bogged down in some strange systems, clunky, weird controls that get bloated when you just get way too many tools to play with, half of which become really obsolete and pointless very quickly. Like a lot of your tools are really hedge cases that only come up that can only come up in a couple of situations, but before long you have this giant wheel of like 12 things on it, which is just a bit much, with the upgrades ranging from pointless to overpowered. But by the time you get to the overpowered ones, the game's basically over, and it's a little weird. Like the like you don't really have a ton of choice when it comes to crafting ammo items, because they're mandatory to proceed. If you mess up, you're just gonna have to craft more. You kind of have a really weird like balancing act between upgrades and ammo, because they use the same resources. But it's not like a risk reward that you like actively think about so much as like it's just the end result of however much ammo you ended up needing in particular places, I suppose. There's some brief moments where by the end it starts to feel like you really do have a bunch of different solutions for problems, because you get a lot of different how do you put it? You get a bunch of different tools and solutions that make it so that you can actually resolve levels in a few different ways. But by then, some of your strategies are so overpowered that flexing your options feels redundant, because you have a really obvious overpowered way to deal with them half the time, especially once you start being able to knock their helmets off with your sling. It means that your nearly infinite supply of basic rocks can dispatch basically every enemy, except for the handful that are like the designated rat victims. It was a mixed bag of a game. I feel like I liked the story more in the first half than the second half, because you were just trying to survive, and you're running from the people that are after you, and you're meeting some people and banding together and finding a home together. It would almost be nicer to have, because like they definitely kind of started going for a The Last of Us style thing, where you're a group of survivors just kind of making your way through, and like you're going from season to season, and time is passing and you're growing closer and so on. And it's similar because in both games start with two people that basically don't know each other, growing close to each other over time, while one of them's forced to protect the other one. That's kind of the situation between the siblings in this game and Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us. But while that was a series of vignettes that were held together by a pretty compelling through line that had that ended on like an interesting moral choice and like a bunch of other conundrums, this one ends on the super evil Mega Pope stole his evil mage DNA, and now the Ratmancers must battle it out in the Rat Bowl. Rat Bowl 50. Go, who's get tickets now? And then they just go at each other, and you're like, this is not an interesting villain necessarily. And so once you start getting answers is when the story kind of headed downhill for me, because I'm like, these are not answers that are interesting to me. Like, oh, his macula, his weird disease, his genetic disease is something that lets him control the rats? And now he's the Ratmancer? And the evil Pope just also wants the rat powers? Because I guess he found out about it, and he's gonna be the evil Rat Pope. I keep calling him Pope nonsensically, it's fine. It's yeah. I think I'm just not fond of where it went by the end. I think the game was the most fun when I was just kind of solving my way through rat dungeons and trying to figure out how to get past them all and use the tools. But even then, it was very rarely sufficient as a puzzle game, because usually it was like paint by numbers. Like you get in and you very clearly see what you have to do to proceed. So I'm kind of left on a thing where I feel like it can't lean too heavy on its narrative being that great, but it also can't lean that heavy on its gameplay being that great. So it's just kind of a sort of impressive, very nice to look at indie-ish project that's largely fine. I think that's where the needle lands for me, is like, this was fine, this is fine, but it has some, from my stance, it definitely has like some glaring issues here and there that I would have preferred gone differently. Oh well, thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.